So let me see. Did we lose that stuff? Yeah, we did.
Your quotes are gone. Oh, yeah, well, I guess that makes sense. But you did post them somewhere, I think.
I sent it.
Okay.
Mhm.
Thank you.
What you sent?
Yeah.
We could read this second paragraph now.
Go ahead, Lorraine.
Okay. The clip are a prophecy regarding the work that should be done preparatory to the first and second advent of Christ. This is introduced with the admonition, remember ye the law of Moses my servant, which I commanded unto him in Horeb for all Israel with the statutes and judgments. Southern Work, March 21, 1905. From the light which God has given me, it would be for our advantage to study the directions given to Israel. Read Malachi 4. Verse 4 especially has a meaning. It stops there. Malachi 4:4. What's it say?
Remember the law of Moses.
I do not know she wrote about that. Very little.
Well, see, that's what I'm telling you. You can't find it if you don't have the proper language, and you learn the language when you learn the doctrine.
The Bible?
I mean, it's in the Bible. I mean, like, okay. Like a person would want to be like, okay, well, how do you study the feast? You know, where do you go and get that stuff? So, you know, like if you there by yourself and you're trying to look up things through the Bible, it would be hard for you to determine where to start in regards to pulling out the things that give the concept of it. So now when you go into looking at the Bible, you could be reading this stuff over that could be of it, but you don't see it because you don't know those words to know that that's it's speaking to you.
Okay, yeah.
But when you learn a doctrine, you learn other ways of communicating the same thing. Like we'll say, like we say Christ is the word. And then you come back and you say the word is spirit. So now when you see spirit, you would consider that to be Christ. Where you see word, you consider that to be Christ. And things are interchangeable because it's what's necessary for that time frame and that company that you're in, that you use the language to catch the ear of that particular group that you may be with. So you was looking up like Malachi chapter 4 verse 4?
Yeah.
You can read that.
Remember ye the law of Moses my servant, which I commanded unto him in Horeb for all Israel with the statutes and judgments. Wow.
Now, just like we like to harp on the fourth commandment, and it starts with remember, when I saw that with the law of Moses to be remembered, this was like, ain't nobody told me that.
No, and they say that the only commandment with remember is the seventh day Sabbath.
So now go to Daniel chapter 7, verse 25. That's what I'm saying. We don't hold to every word as it reads for its definition.
Okay.
You'll realize that either something's missing or we have something out of place. Something's not adding all the way up correctly.
And he shall speak great words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High, and think to change times and laws, and they shall be given unto his hands until a times, and dividing of time.
So that last part with times right there, that was a prophetic time. And that prophetic time has come to fruition. Where it talks about he thinks to change times with an S and a laws with an S. So we know of one in the Ten Commandments that has time element to it and it's a law. And we have no problem with identifying that one. But because the thing says Sabbath with an S and laws with an S, that means that there's got to be another law on the basis of like MVP or whatever, and it needs to be focused on as it's highly important, that type thing.
Where is that quote from? This last, is it
It
right
wasn't finished, so
is it part of the same document though? Southern Work.
yeah.
Oh, 5. They didn't get to doing any of that.
Say that again.
They didn't get to doing any of it.
Do any of it?
Did they not? They didn't do any. Did they celebrate in her day?
Who celebrated?
I'm asking if Ellen White's day, they, did they do any of this?
I have no recording that they did. There was a point of time where I was thinking that she may have been coming up with these truths, so to speak, and may have somewhat considered doing it in her own home with her family. But then again, that idea that I'm having of that, I'm thinking again now, it probably wasn't so because her husband died, I think it was 1881. Heavy stuff. But that's another reason why I talk about we're told that every age will bring out a line of truth that is an addition, but it wasn't supposed to be that you get latched on and you think you're going to be like hanging out there for long periods of time or something.
Okay. Mm. This is very good. Thankful for this studying these things.
Just shedding light. There's a quote where she says something about every age they bring out a line of truth. So it's destined for us to touch on things that is to be uncovered.
You okay, Lorraine?
Yeah, I just turned the video off because it's just sometimes it's a little distracting to have the video on. I can think more clearly and write easier and things if I'm sitting more comfortably.
No problem.
I doubled, and doing it this way, I've never tried it, but it's a blessing.
Joseph joined in too.
Yeah, because I'm getting tired. Or I should say, I am tired.
You should wrap it up then.
I'm waiting for it to finish.
It is late. It's 10:20.
Oh yeah.
I wish I was sleepy.
Oh,
The text didn't come all the way through. Like you might have to cut off some of it, what you already did, to catch the back end of it.
what are we talking about?
Where you said where that last one was from is because it got cut off.
Yeah, it just does that. The service just does that.
I guess you can only take with so many characters.
Okay. So what else can you say about this subject? Like, what feast were you talking about, Marjorie, the one that you were describing earlier?
Tabernacles, I forget. It was a long one. I have to look.
Oh, like a week is the tabernacle. Okay. I remember we had someone come from Anderson University who studied the feasts, and he brought it to our church, and was tabernacles, and he read that Ellen White wrote, that we should celebrate a feast of tabernacles. And then we all had there was like a song we sang that the whole church was there, and we walked around the outside of the fellowship hall, outer rim of it, and he did some other things with us, and it was really joyful. It was amazing. I loved it.
Deuteronomy 8:17-18. It's a time of spiritual purification for man and woman to reconcile with God. Time of overwhelming joy, abundant crops are a reminder of God's goodness. Israel rejoices in the miracles, protection of God. Anyway,
Where are we reading from? Deuteronomy 8? Was that from there?
I'll send it to you later. Well, how many minutes are left?
Doesn't
We could
say
cut
until you get the last 10.
We could just cut out now. I mean, it's the festival of booths, or Feast of Tabernacles, which lasts an entire week. Preparation for this big holiday are already way underway.
You
It's
mean
7 of booths. It's a long one. It's
when
real
is it?
cool. Huh?
When is it?
Um,
In the year, do you know?
I forget. I think it's in the winter.
Okay.
I think
Well,
just
you can't live in a lean-to in the winter. It's very cold in Israel in the winter.
yeah.
The 15th day of the 7th month shall be the Feast of Tabernacles for 7 days unto the Lord. On the first day shall be a holy convocation. You shall do no servile work. 7 days you shall offer an offering made by fire to the Lord. On the 8th day shall be a holy convocation, and you shall offer an offering made by fire unto the Lord. It is a solemn assembly, or a day of restraint, it says in the center margin. And you shall do no servile work therein. Well, I thought they did some kind of thing where they poured water. And Jesus was saying on the last great day of the feast, when they did the big thing, if any man thirst, let him come to me and drink. He that believes on me, out of his belly shall flow rivers of living water.
Well, have a happy Sabbath.
Are you guys gonna do anything tomorrow?
I don't know. I think Joseph fell asleep on the chair.
Well, Yeah, you guys keep late hours doing this because over here, I think.
Have a good night.
Yeah. All right, we'll catch up again tomorrow for sure.
Okay. Thanks a lot.
Welcome, welcome.
Look at you, sound asleep. Time to get to bed.
Yeah, I'm about to do that.
Huh?
I am about to do that.
And why is this thing growing here?
I'm about to get up.
And why is it
And
growing?
then
Chop it off.